Welcome to Mahler's Miles, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you see in front of me, I have the Dartzone Stryker. It's all laid out. I'm going to show you the most efficient way and the cheapest way to brass this blaster. Just to let you know, I did install a skinny pusher from Drac ahead of time. Okay? That was a very simple modification. You just beat out this little pin right here. Okay? Before I start on this, there's a couple things I wish to address. First of all, Anthony Stanway Edwards, takedown squad in Australia. I got a message from them the other day. Unfortunately, they are back in lockdown. I feel really bad for them right now. Me being from the United States, it doesn't affect me that much. At least not yet. So, without further ado, let's get on to this. What you do, take your stick of brass. This is 12 inches, by the way, exactly enough for this blaster. This is the correct volume for this plunger tube, because you can use 1 foot. You put enough wraps around it to where it will get a nice pressure fit. Okay? Just like that. You also wrap it here. What you do is you line it up to this piece. It'll slide in like that, and so that way you'll center your barrel. Okay? Very simple, very easy modification to do, and it'll definitely give you a nice FPS boost. I am going to assemble this blaster fully, lube it, everything like that, and fire it on camera for you guys. I also suggest this lock right here. This lock prevents double feeding. I'm an experienced player, so I don't need this lock. If you want to leave it in, that's fine. If not, it's up to you. Shall we begin? What you do? This is the dart gate. Dart gate comes out of right here. Okay? Stick this to it. Like so. Pressure fit it in. I can't tell you exactly how many layers of electrical tape, because every brand of electrical tape is different. So you're just going to have to kind of guess. If you put too much on, you can always take some off. Just a little bit of electrical tape to hold it in place. This is Teflon tape. You can get this at any hardware store. It's about $1. Okay, it's really cheap, but it'll give you that nice airtight seal that you're after. Wrap it around here multiple times. Okay, just like this. I am going to use parts from Foam Pro Shop, aka Drac, on this build, just to let you guys know. I have his foregrip. I have his black spring, as he calls it. I messaged Drac, and after I ordered my parts, he also sent me the parts for the Eon Pro as well, for the 100 subscriber giveaway. Remember, that giveaway ends on the 12th of August, which is in a few days from now. On the 13th, I will draw one name out of the hat, or out of a container of my choosing, and then I will contact that person, or they will contact me, and I will ship out the prize. Very simple, very easy modification. What this does is that brass, the way brass works, is that it will actually build SPS, because it's a slipperier metal, basically. See what I did? Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. Magnificent. Stupendous. Looks good. Slide it in like so. Lock it into place. There's one screw that'll go here. I'll put that screw in a second. This is the same process, by the way, to brassing a Nexus Pro. Okay? So this process will work for a Nexus Pro as well. Now, you see how it looks? Nice and easy, nice and neat. Take one screw out of here. You can use a magnetic parts tray. I just put them in an ashtray that I have. Yes, I do smoke, ladies and gentlemen, but that's my own vice. Every man has to have at least one in their life, in my opinion. You lock it into place just like that. See, now it's not going to go anywhere. With this plus this spring, this is the spring from Drac. This spring is about $6 or so, if I remember right, from Phone Pro Shop. I'll give you a link to a store online and you can buy it. This is the stock spring that come out of it. If you see the difference in the spring. This spring's actually a lot stronger than this one. I also have here a turf spring as well for a Nexus Pro. Nexus Pro parts will fit in this, most of them anyway. This blaster will not take any worker metal parts, however. Okay, see how it's all laid out, nice and neat. This is Super Lube. This actually came from Captain Slug from one of my Caliburn builds. Gonna lube it up. Just a little bit goes a long way with this crap. Okay. Slide it in like that. Dart seat. Goes in like that. Boom. Locking it in place. This is the catch. Catch is in place. Now, if you look, it's pretty easy. Nice, easy peasy, Japanesey. Now let's put this thing back together. Let's close the shell. Now, when you open this shell up, there's two clips here, and here. Put them in first. Okay. See how the shell's all starting to clamp back together? Boom. Locks right into place. Now let's set all the screws. I left a safety in this thing just because I didn't buy the safety delete. I didn't think it was necessary. If I don't like it later, I can definitely just open this bad boy back up. I do suggest when you brass a blaster or you work on any blaster, some people are fond of using super glue. I am not. Okay? Simple reason is, if you use super glue and you ever have to open that blaster up to service it, which most of the blasters in the hobby, they do have to be serviced every now and then, especially springers, they have to be lubed and cleaned. Okay? If you use super glue, good luck trying to separate that glue. It's a very terrible thing, trust me. I've had to do it before, I'm not fond of it. However, if you absolutely need to get it apart, you can use nail polish remover. It's not something I recommend doing, but I've had to do it before. My little dish of screws here. And yes, there will be a firing demo after this, just to let you know. Tighten the screw in here. Sorry, I would fast forward through this. If you want to fast forward through the tightening of screws, you certainly can. It's not really a big deal. I don't have editability on my videos at this moment. I do apologize. You can use whatever grip you want, but I do suggest that if you upgrade the spring load like I am doing, or if you even put the spacer in this thing from out of darts, which I do have, but then again, I build Nexuses all the time for people. Definitely put a foregrip on. I won't recommend a foregrip. You can buy whatever type of foregrip you want, because that's a very personal thing. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Me and my son, we always prefer vertical foregrips. We're always used to it. That's Drax vertical foregrip right there. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the easiest modification to do. I don't know why people are scared of it. Main reason why I'm filming this right now is for a couple reasons. One, there's a group in Ohio, the Columbus, Ohio Nerf Group, also known as the CONC. Very nice guys. They want to know how to, some of them are new to the hobby and they want to know how to brass a blaster. Well, I told them that they would get their opportunity on this blaster. The grip locks in like that and like that. Starting to look like a blaster now, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I do recommend, too, that you also sleeve your brass. There's several ways to do that. The easiest way to do it is to go to Out of Darts or Foam Blast and buy a piece of worker barrel material. It's right here. You just cut it to length. That's all it is. If you want, I can give you measurements on it later. I do know that there is a body kit coming out for this blaster from Franz Foam Works. I have seen it. Last I saw it, it was being prototyped and printed, which is always good. The cost on that kit's going to be $35 or so, give or take. I know it's going to have a carry handle on it, raised front sight, and I believe it's going to have, okay, let's make sure all the screws are right. Yes, 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 yes. Slide the spring in. Like that. And then boom, tighten it back down. I sometimes use tuning caps. It just depends on what the person wants. My son, for example, he can't prime a turf spring like that for a Nexus, but yet he can prime one for a Caliburn and my Ruffian and stuff like that. So he always gets a tuning cap. Some people absolutely swear by it. Close the bolt all the way. Perfect. Make sure it slides nice and neat. See how that slides in? That's so easy. Drac was so nice when he did these. That man is a god when it comes to stuff like this. pretty easy. I'll give a link to Drax Shop when I'm done. And what you get is it's a 2.5 millimeter hex. Blast it over. Down nice and neat. I will switch the stock out when I get around to it. But for now, for firing purposes, I'm just going to use the stock. I know that sounds like a double negative or a misnomer or whatever, but now you can very easily brass this blaster, and I mean, providing that most people in this hobby, they have Teflon tape and electrical tape. I think I paid like $1 for the Teflon tape, $1 for the electrical tape. You can use whatever brand of electrical tape you want. You can get it from the dollar store even. If you buy it from the dollar store, you'll get lucky. You'll get 2 rolls for $1 usually. At least my dollar store carries that. It's not bad. The Teflon tape, you could buy it at any local hardware store. You could get it at Lowe's, Ace, wherever. Home Depot, whatever you have in your area. You know, you could order it online too if you don't have a hardware store in your area, which, sadly enough, some people don't. Okay. Stock on this thing. Starting to look like a blaster now, isn't it? Just a couple darts for testing. You don't need much. Now the skinny pusher in this thing is designed so that way you can grab and drop. This is how you sleeve brass too. This will just be temporary for now. I do have another piece coming.